I'm MaryEllen Sheppard, and I'm here today to talk to you about my journey, having been recently diagnosed with breast cancer. I live here in Tempe, Arizona. I'm married to a wonderful husband, Chuck. I have two fabulous children, Warren and Elizabeth, and a beautiful daughter-in-law, Very. I was completely naive about breast cancer. I had no family history, no personal experience, and so when I got the diagnosis, it was not only a shock. Personally, it just made me so aware how a lot of information is out there about treatment, but not about the real experience. So I thought if I could make something good come out of this, then that's what I wanted to do. I wish to say that it was something glaring, that I woke up one day and said I knew something was wrong. It was far more subtle than that. I was due for a mammogram, and so I went ahead and scheduled it. But at the same time, there was a thickening that just wasn't right. And so I went ahead and scheduled the mammogram, and when they came back with schedule an ultrasound, it didn't shock me, that part of it. Of course, the diagnosis did. But I had done annual mammograms. I paid attention to my body. And when you hear the stories about looking for lumps and those kinds of things, I guess I was expecting a lump, and that wasn't the case, but it was enough different that I knew I better pay attention. After I was diagnosed, I found out I'm going to be a grandmother. There's a little one coming into this world. I need to be a grandmother. I'm not done. I'm not done being a mother. I don't know how to express this. I'm not done. And I know that from the depth of my soul. I'm not done. And whether I have a year or 50, my favorite line is from the movie Shawshank Redemption. Get busy living or get busy dying. Well, I'm getting busy living, period. The doctor told me, who did the biopsy, that she would call me with the results. Friday, 2 days later, I'm at work, and I get a phone call from Mayo, and they're calling me with the results. I was in my office, and she said to me, "Are you okay to hear the results of your biopsy?" And I told her I was. I sat at my desk, and she says, "You have breast cancer." But what was so incredible about it is the next thing she says is, "The surgeon can meet with you. Can you come to Mayo to talk with him?" And it was like, I don't have to wait. I don't have to deal with this over the weekend. I can go deal with this now. So I drove to Mayo. At 11 o'clock, I'm meeting with Dr. Wasif, and he's explaining to me the results of the biopsy and the size of the tumor and all of the specifics that they knew at that point. And he says, "We've talked about this. Did you have a chance to think through your options?" And I told him, I want the surgery, I want a lumpectomy, and I want it done now. And then, so Immediately, before I'm even done with him, I get the notice that the next appointment is scheduled. My labs are being scheduled. And then I'm not done with my labs, and then the chest x-ray is scheduled. And then before I'm done with that, the next appointment was scheduled with the radiologist. And then I'm not done with that, and then the pre-surgery appointment is scheduled. It was boom, 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 boom. Everything I needed to have happen, Mayo was taking care of. They were scheduling. This is going to sound unreal, but I left that day with all of the appointments done, all of the lab work, all the preliminary done. I had a huge smile on my face. In one day, I got a diagnosis of breast cancer. But at the end of that day, I knew absolutely I was where I needed to be, and I was going to be okay.